Ladies and gentlemen, when I saw this story yesterday, I laughed. I did. I laughed. Now, Trump leaves NATO meeting and came all the way back to the US because he was mocked. Now, I want you to absorb this. Trump goes on Twitter every goddamn day, mocking people, trolling people, putting people on blast, dragging people. But the moment something happens to him that's similar, he's offended and he's got to leave. You know how many people this man has offended on a regular basis? He goes in front of cameras putting people on blast. And you damn near can say he is the biggest troll out on Twitter. But it's amazing how someone can do all of that stuff to other people, but when it comes down to himself, he's got the thinnest skin on the planet. I saw the video. I thought it was kind of comical myself, but one thing you can't say, what they said on that video wasn't true. Of course, he's going to be talked about. His ass is going through an impeachment inquiry. Those other presidents aren't. Even President Blackface up there in Canada, he's not going through that. Trump is. Of course, they're going to talk about that. It went nationwide. Of course, they're going to talk about some of the things he said because it is comical. This man got a horrible world reputation and got a horrible one within the country. So, what do you expect? There has been nothing but one controversy after the next since he's been in office. We haven't seen one peaceful day in America from that White House since he's been sitting there. Wow, he can dish it out, but he sure can't take it. Such a child. Donald Trump left a meeting of North America Treaty Organization. Now you're there with world leaders and you're going to storm out like some 5-year-old that lost their lollipop. How embarrassing. He is a laughing stock. Get used to it. You know, there's a reason why he went to a baseball game and got booed. And then y'all had to arrange for him to go to another game and get cheered. That was arranged. If you think we don't know that was arranged, you got another thought coming. Trump ain't going to go to too many places out in public and be applauded. Not unless you arrange it. Trump left a meeting of a North American Treaty Organization leaders early on Wednesday following a flap over a video apparently mocking him. Two-Face. Trump said he wouldn't give a scheduled news conference in London, tweeting that he'd done so many over the past 2 days. His cancellation came after Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, President Blackface, and other NATO leaders were seen apparently gossiping about the US president in a video recorded at Buckingham Palace on Tuesday evening. So, Trump gossips about people all day. Go out on Twitter and look at his tweets. Look at the amount of people that he goes out there talking about. And he's been unrelentless to some people. Ask about the video Trump called the Canadian leader Two-Face. Trump later said it had been funny when he gave the label to Trudeau. The US president was pressed had pressed Trudeau about paying more towards a NATO defense budget. So now he's going to come back like a big baby, start slapping tariffs all over the place. We know what he's going to do. All right. We know what he's going to do. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, Trump ain't fooling nobody. He had to find a reason to get out of that meeting over these impeachment hearings, just like he left abruptly the Vietnam summit with North Korea because Michael Cohen was testifying. And what are you going to do when you get back here? You can't go and disrupt the testimony. You ain't going to do nothing but sit and watch. And it's funny because he'll get in front of the press and tell them he's not watching the impeachment, but then he'll turn around and try to go out there trolling someone on Twitter that's testifying. So your ass is watching. Stop being a fraud. China talk. And Trump, his latest comments on China, said trade discussions with Beijing were going well, in a remark that boosted U.S. stocks. DJIA 0.53%. Just a day earlier, Trump had said it would take until after the 2020 elections to seal a deal. So yeah, I remember that. He tricked them into believing everything was okay. You know, and ladies and gentlemen, Trump can't go a day without telling a boatload of lies. How many lies have they caught him in so far? Okay, I think we all lost track. It's so many. But I'm not paying this any mind. I don't care that he was mocked, you know? So the bully got mocked. So what? Nobody should care about that. And I don't think this story is worth talking about. If anything, it's comical. And it's also embarrassing that this is the global view of the President of the United States. And you notice this has never happened to any other president of the United States. Not even old stupid, tongue-tied George Bush. It didn't happen to him either. Or his insane-looking father. It didn't happen to either one of them. And George Bush did nothing but say stupid things all throughout his presidency, and they still didn't mock him like that. They may not have cared for him. I remember a lot of world leaders didn't care for him, but at least they weren't sitting around mocking him. But no, I don't feel sorry for Trump. I want y'all to think about all of the people he has gone to Twitter to not only mock, drag, embarrass, lie on, including athletes in this country. He's done this to athletes, been in arguments with NFL players, NBA players. He's been out there mocking and dragging. You remember what he did to Omar, right? And always trying to get in the middle of other people's argument and making the argument his own. We've seen him do all kinds of stuff, including effing up an ICE raid. ICE was getting ready to raid these illegals, and Trump went out there and let the cat out the bag. So he's even put stuff out there he had no business putting out there in the first place. And then they had to call everything to a halt, to wait, to go back out there and try to get these illegals out here. So, if you don't want people mocking you, you might want to mock people less in your daily life. You know, like I said, can dish it out but can't take it. So no, I'm not jumping on the Trump was disrespected. You know how all of you that are running around saying that, knowing what this man does all the time, you need to be bitch slapped. You need to just deal with the fact that your president does not have a good reputation internationally or domestically. If he had a good reputation domestically, would we be looking at impeachment? He has a horrible reputation, and there's a reason for that. The reason is this man wants 100% loyalty while he's loyal to no one. And see, that doesn't work. It's never worked. It never will work. So all of you folk out here trying to practice that crap, it's never going to work. You're going to always be struggling for that respect that you don't deserve. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much to say about this. Personally, I don't care that Trump got mocked. I don't give a damn. Okay, you got just what you dish out to other people all the time. And it's not the first time. He went over there before and got laughed at and went up to the mic and said, I think they're laughing at me. Yeah, they are laughing at you. The whole planet is laughing at you at this point. Oh, y'all. You don't have to tell me what you think about this one, but I'm not feeling anything about this whole thing. I'm not. And I'm not going to do any more videos on it. I don't care who this man goes back and forth with as far as world leaders are concerned. But Trump was always trying to get out of this whole thing. He's not interested in doing anything on the behalf of the US. He's already showed you that with this NATO meeting, and he also showed you that with that Vietnam meeting when he cut those people short and got out of there over Cohen testifying. He wasn't going to sit there because he doesn't like the fact. He actually told you just the day before. He didn't think it was right that they had these hearings while he was out of the country. He already told you the reason why he was going to leave. He doesn't like these impeachment hearings going on and he's being talked about and not in the country. I don't know why he thinks it makes a big deal whether he's here or in another country. It's not a big deal. So, but he's showing us a clear pattern. Just like when he went over to France and didn't go to the cemetery for the World War I veterans because it rained, but then pictures came up of other presidents sitting there in the rain and had no issue with doing it. But he had to go to a hotel because it was raining, such a big baby. But what are we supposed to do? Look at this and say, what Trump did was right? Well, was it right when he left the Vietnam summit? No, what he did was not right. And it just goes to show you it's wasting money sending this man anywhere. You're wasting money and time. Lucky I'm not running things. I'd make him pay every dime that was spent to send him to that meeting, pay it back since he couldn't stay. And I would make him pay for the Vietnam summit that he couldn't stay for. And the fact that he didn't go to the World War I memorial. Y'all don't see the pattern, but there's definitely a pattern there. This man can't stay for anything. He got the attention span of a gnat. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.